How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well, staying safe and healthy as always. A little bit about what I've been up to. Honestly, I just got back from California, so I'm unpacking and I'm kind of settling back in at home, and just figured I'd kind of knock these composer reports out of the way while I'm doing all that. So, for composer report number five, I went ahead and chose Duke Ellington, and for me, it was kind of like a no-brainer. I'm a huge jazz fan, so with a big name like that, I mean, it was obvious which choice I was gonna go with this week. So I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about Duke Ellington, and then I'll go ahead and talk about the piece that I pulled for you guys this week. So, Duke Ellington, his real name, Edward Kennedy Ellington, was born in Washington, D.C. in 1899. He is specifically known for being the face of swing jazz and big band jazz, which was very popular in the 1930s. Um, he was also known for being the leader of, the Duke Ellington Orchestra, which is consisted of very, very talented individuals. One specific individual that I kind of adhered to was um, Juan Tisol, which is a Puerto Rican trombonist, and he was kind of like the driving force behind the Latin influenced pieces that the Duke Ellington Orchestra was able to curate in their time, in their tenure. And some of those pieces included Echoes of Harlem, Concierto for Cutie, and Caravan, which is actually one of the pieces that I chose for the description for this composer. He brought the Latin influence and blended it almost effortlessly with the swing rhythm and tempo and jazz format. Um, and it just kind of just complemented Duke Ellington's style so well because Duke Ellington was known for utilizing new harmonies and just blending the individual sound of each different instrumentalist that he would bring onto his band. And Duke Ellington would promote the creative, pushing the boundaries creatively in terms of what instrumentalists could do and what they could bring to the table. And he was always a driving force and always someone who believed that his instrumentalists were the stars of the show, and he always put them before himself. So, because of that and the mentality that he would always bring forward to um, being a composer and being the person that was the face of the band itself, he was a very selfless person in that way that he was the person that always gave his instrumentalists a lot of liberty, and they loved him for that, and they would always give him very, very well composed pieces in return for his loyalty and his open-mindedness. So I can go ahead and talk a little bit about the piece that I went ahead and pulled, Caravan. So Caravan, actually, the first time I heard Caravan was in Whiplash, and if you haven't seen that movie, it's a pretty intense movie. And if you know, Caravan is the finale, like it's the final piece that's pretty much played by the main character, and it's like the climax of the movie, basically. So kind of before listening to Duke Ellington, the Duke Ellington version, I was super. I was expecting something completely different. Like my mindset was completely somewhere else in terms of like my expectations, and I was thinking it was gonna be a very frantic and highly texturized piece for that reason, but it seemed like it was pretty simple, not simple in like the way like there isn't like ingenuity behind it, because for the time and for the moment in time, like the Latin sound that was blended into the big band style was pretty groundbreaking, but it was simple in the fact that like it was a very cool and very repetitive piece in a certain degree, to a certain degree. Um, this was like one of the first exotic sounding pieces that had a Latin influence that Duke Ellington introduced to the American audiences. So it was a massive hit. And that's just all due to Juan Sol, which was, like I said, the trombonist, which was like that driving force. And this exotic sound was really neat because it kind of opened the door and introduced a whole new world to like jazz and jazz fusion in general for like the years to come. And it's because of Caravan that we have like a lot of this like jazz fusion bossa nova sound that you hear in like the 60s and like around the avant-garde era of jazz. um, but a little bit about this piece. It's a very smooth tempo, very hypnotic rhythm, and I just felt like I was put like almost like in a trance with it. um, the Latin influence was like a tinge of bossa nova with the rhythm and melodies syncing with the transition of the big swing sound. Um, when I heard this song, especially with the trombone being like that, like melody carry, like the instrument that carried the melody the most, I got the like image of like a very very hot blistering like desert scene, and just like seeing like camels like walking over like this like very sandy dune ridge, and like for me like it was a very very like visceral piece that way. um I think it's the perfect marriage between like this, like I said, the swing and Latin influence, and it's like a very 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 pivotal and early representation of blending cultures, especially with a very massively successful American genre like swing for the moment in time. I think it was really cool that they were like one of the first bands to introduce a Latin influence to American audiences. And because of that, like I think like it's just such a pivotal piece for that reason. Um, I definitely recommend that you go and listen to it. I think you'll definitely probably see where I'm coming from with my image that I tried painting for you guys. And other than that, like I said, I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.